everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Hillary. Last week I put out my first installment of this story. We met Catherine, who is now living back at home with her mother and her kids after she left her husband for, you voted, cheating on her with her Pilates instructor. So, kind of the obvious choice, but I think it worked well into the story, and I'm going to continue to try to work that into the story. Thank you to everyone who did vote and who read it and didn't vote. I know you're out there. I can see the views. Next time, just vote. Give me more to work with. It'll be more fun that way. So Catherine's a fun character for me. She is not a doormat, obviously. She made a lot of choices in her life, and now through no choice of her own has ended up completely in a new situation back at her childhood home where she grew up. And I'm interested to see how that dynamic plays out between her and her mom, her and the people she used to know, and her and Jax. Well, I don't want to give too much away. Read the story and then you'll see what I mean. So basically everyone has experienced some type of a mean girl. Well, every woman has anyway. There's lots of them out there, and there's many different ways that women interact with each other. I think that the female relationship is one of the most interesting and complicated, because overall men are not that complicated of creatures. When a man has a friend, they are friends. If they get in a fight, they get in a fight. They work it out, it's over. Women are way, way, way more complex than that. So if a woman gets in a fight with another woman, there's all these different rules that you have to play by. There's all these different dynamics at work. And typically, when a woman has a problem with another woman, it's because she feels like one of these rules have been broken. And it's a disrespect thing. So I really am looking forward to having Catherine be reintroduced to her high school nemesis and see what happens when this former, not really former, high school queen bee, who is now a mommy queen bee, gets reintroduced to this former not queen bee who has really come into her own, and she is definitely more of a leader now, and she isn't going to take a back seat to somebody. So I'm looking forward to see that clash, that interaction that will happen. I want to share with you one of the stories about when I was in high school. There's this girl who I've seen her life because lovely Facebook. She's friends, of course, with friends of friends, and I don't know how it works. Anyway, so curious me, I got on a Facebook, stalked her, and it looks like she's got a decent life. I don't know. I personally am grateful for the life I have. I wish her no ill will, but when we were in high school, she was just kind of a dick. I don't know if I should say that. She was just kind of, I don't know, kind of just, if I were a parent looking back on her, I'd call her a little snot. She was a snot. And so basically her thing was, I don't know what I did to her. Maybe I did something to her. I kind of feel like when people are such assholes, you probably did something to them, even if you don't know what it is. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel. I think because for me to be an asshole to you, you have to have done something to me. I'm not just mean. I feel like you really have to make me angry or upset me for me to be that way. So maybe I just feel like everyone's that way. I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, so in high school, she did a couple, she just likes to make me look stupid and feel stupid. And when you're in high school, sometimes it's easy to not have a lot of self-esteem, a lot of self-worth. So one of the things now when I look back on it, I'm like, why would that even be an insult? I think we have to be careful about what we assign things to mean, because she ended up calling me and this other girl a lesbian. And looking back at it as an adult, I'm like, so what? Like, even if I was a lesbian, so what? It's not a big deal. I have friends that are gay, friends that are lesbian. Like, I'm not sure why it was said with such a negative connotation, and I'm not sure why I took it that way, because it was never something that would or should be negative. I guess people do what they feel they need to do in the moment, and maybe, I don't know, maybe she was intimidated or felt bad, or I don't know. I'm not sure why people do that kind of stuff, to be completely honest, especially when I don't ever remember really having an interaction with her. So I'm not sure where all that came from. Like I said, I have Facebook stalked her. No shame. I have Facebook stalked. And it seems like she has a nice life and a nice family. So, you know, I don't know. Shout out to all the assholes out there. I wish you the best. I don't know what else to tell you. So I wanted to ask you guys, did you guys think that the voting process was easy? Did you think that it was difficult? I know I've heard from a couple people that it was hard to figure out where to click for the site, where to go for the site. So we're going to be working on trying to fix that for you. I want it to be as easy and seamless as possible so that it's easier for you to vote. Exciting things coming up. I hope to, at some point in the near future, set it up so that I can pick somebody to pick the 3 choices for me, because really, as much as I love coming up with the story and writing it, the whole purpose for me is to challenge myself as a writer and try to make it as interesting for you as possible, while not really knowing where we're going or what we're doing. So keep in mind that'll be coming up, so be sure to keep up with the storyline. Be sure to check updates, and I guess I will see you next week. All right, have a great week. Bye!